Hi, my name is Kerry Badham and I'm delighted to show you today our brand new Elements cutter set. The set consists of 4 cutters, but you can make 6 different designs. So here we have the one that makes the waves, and you also are able to make the carnival border. We have one that makes the grass. We have one that makes icicles. And we also have one that makes flames, and it makes coral, which is fantastic for the under the sea cakes. The paste we recommend you use is modelling paste. You can buy this ready made, but I prefer to make it myself. So nice and simple, you can use a fondant. And then what we use is a Tylo powder. You may also know it as CMC or gum trag. This one's made by Rainbow Dust. So we add a little bit to our mat. And we knead the paste into it. And as you do this, you'll start to feel it firming up. The reason why we use modelling paste is because it gives you a firm paste and it helps it come out of the cutter far easier. Now I would wrap that in cling film or pop it in an airtight container and leave it for at least 30 minutes. If you know you're going to be doing a project for the following day, it's worth making the day before. The first cutter I'm going to demonstrate is the waves, which you can see on here. I've done these in an ombre effect because I think it gives a very good dimension to your cake. Here's my modelling paste in blue, as you can see. I've rolled that out a little earlier, and I prefer to do this because I like to have quite a nice dry finish on the top. So not too thick, not too thin, just about 2 mil thick, I would say. And what we would do is we would cut a nice straight edge along the bottom here. So this is just a simple kitchen knife, nice and easy. So you need to decide how big a depth that you would like on the bottom. So I'm going to do it just a little bit above, place it on top, and apply a firm amount of pressure all the way along. Now, because this is modelling paste, it won't stick in your cutter, unlike fondant. But if it does, it's because it's too sticky or it's too thick. So now I like to slide it around my mat because I know that it's not too thick and I can feel the mat underneath, and it also gives me a nice clean edge. If you want to make it nice and tidy, you can just cut the top this way. I like to turn mine over. So if you carefully remove this, you can see how you can get the carnival shape as well. Obviously you'd make that a little neater if you were popping it on a cake. And then of course you have the waves. So I'm just going to cut this at the side and turn it over. And as you cut them, you can keep joining them all the way along. It's a continuous cutter. I'm now going to demonstrate the grass cutter. Here's my modelling paste that I prepared earlier. Again, I've left it to dry off a little so it's not too sticky. I'm going to cut a nice straight edge along the bottom. Now, with the grass, it's nice and fine. If it had been clumpy, it wouldn't have been so nice and effective on the cake. Your paste should only be 1 or 2 millimeters thick, exactly the same as before, and you need to make sure that it isn't too sticky. If you do have any problems, you can use your dab of dust just to go along your cutter to prevent it from sticking in, but you might not need this. So I'm going to pop this on top, slide it around the board so I can feel the mat underneath, and I know that I've got a nice clean cut. I always cut the top, just makes it nice and tidy when I'm removing it. And then I need to turn this over. Now if you want to make sure that we've picked up all of the cuts, you can go across the top with your rolling pin, but just be quite gentle when you do this. And now I'm going to remove the section around it. So if you just do this one with a little bit of care. For the fine bits, I've used my clean up tool just to pick them out, and you can see where I've gone along the rest and done this. And if you pick these out quite gently, you can always use them as little tufts of grass too, which is what I've done on the dinosaur cake. So all the sections are picked out that we won't want to use, and you can just gently ease it out with your fingers. You may need to use a paintbrush if you want to. I'm now going to demonstrate the flames. Here's my modelling paste that I rolled out earlier. As you can see, it's in a nice orange colour. So I'm just going to use my kitchen knife, cut it away, and then I'm going to pop this on top. So this is the flame cutter, but the nice thing is that you get a nice pattern that you can use as coral on your under the sea cakes. So pop it on top and I slide it around. Remember to apply a firm amount of pressure all the way along your cutter. I quite like to just neaten mine up. Right, I'm going to cut this along here because we're going to use the coral on the opposite side. So turn it over. I can see it's given me a nice cut, so I won't have any frayed edges. As you can see, the flames are very, very effective. They're going to look fantastic on a number of cakes. You can use them on a bonfire night theme, a Halloween theme, a motorbike theme, any kind of horror cake that you would like to do. But here we also have the shapes that lends itself very well to coral on an under the sea cake. This is the shape that you have once you've removed the section from above the flames. So if you wanted to use that and stick it on a cake, it would look very, very effective. I'm going to show you how to attach the coral shapes to the cake. This is our under the sea mermaid themed cake, which is another product that is available from FMM Sugarcraft. So nice and easy. I'm just going to turn this round to the side and we're going to attach it here. Here's the coral shapes that we cut out earlier from our flame cutter. And you can do this in a number of different colours and you can build them up on top of each other. So I'm just going to have a small section here, modelling paste, as you know, and attach it to the cake. If you attach it with water, it activates the tile inside and it will act like a glue and stick. I've attached some coral round the cake for you to see how effective it will look. Just cutting off small sections that you'd like to use and attaching with water. Look lovely in different colours as well. I'm now going to demonstrate our icicle cutter. This is our icicle cutter. Works just the same as the other cutters in the set. I'm going to run along the bottom and just give it a straight edge. Place your cutter on top of your modelling paste. I've left mine to dry for a little while, just a couple of millimetres thick. A nice drier edge on the top so it doesn't stick in our cutter. Any problems, you can put a little bit of your cornflour icing sugar, your dabber dust if you have one. Just place it on top and apply pressure evenly and firmly all the way along. Now I like to cut the edges off, just get rid of the excess. There's no point in dragging paste around that you don't need. And then I slide it across my mat. This is to make sure we don't have a frayed edge, but also I can tell that my paste is the right thickness because I can feel the mat beneath my cutter. So I'm going to just chop that off. Again, that's just to make this nice and neat for me to demonstrate for you today. Cut the edge. And then we're going to start to remove the sections that we don't need. You can pull it out with your fingers, but if you have any sections that need a little bit more teasing out, then you can do that with a nice clean up tool. Pop it out. If you need to, you can ease it out with a paintbrush on the other side. Very effective. Very nice for Christmas cakes. Very nice for any children's winter themed cakes as well. You could even use it on one of your drip cakes. Paint it gold, have a nice pretty flower on top. Very effective for a number of different designs and themes. The Elements tool set will be a fantastic addition to your tool set. It's perfect for clay and for cakes as well. It's got a nice sharp cutting edge. They're food safe, and as you can see, you can make many different designs on different cakes. Thank you for watching. We do hope you've enjoyed our video.